Two of my best friends have their birthday in the same week, so some of us have decided to have a surprise party for both of them. One of my friends, Sandra, has a big house, and her parents say we can use it. They're going away, luckily. It's at the end of October, so we're going to decorate the house with Halloween things, spiders' webs and spooky things. We're going to make up an excuse to get the birthday girls to come round to the house. Say we're going to help Sandra move some stuff or something. Then, as soon as Sandra lets them in, we're going to turn the lights out and jump out at them. We just have to make sure nobody mentions anything on Facebook and gives away the surprise.
There's a royal wedding in June. One of our princes is getting married, so it's a public holiday. Lots of people are having parties in squares and parks and places, and the people in our street decided to have one too. Well, it's a good excuse to have a party, isn't it? We're all going to take out tables and chairs and put them together in the middle of the road. We're going to stop cars coming through, obviously. We're all going to bring different dishes and share them round. There are quite a lot of different nationalities living on our street. People from India, China, and different African countries, so the food should be really interesting. It'll be good to get to know more of the neighbours too.
We're going to hire a boat for the day and take it up the river. It's my grandparents' golden wedding anniversary, so the whole family is getting together. I'm really looking forward to seeing my cousins again. I haven't seen them for ages. We've got this huge picnic planned with loads of different types of sandwiches and salads and an enormous cake. My dad has borrowed an ancient gramophone player, what they had before CD players, and some old records. So as we go up the river, we're going to listen to music from the time my grandparents got married, the swinging 60s.
It was Nikki's idea, but we all think it's going to be brilliant. As soon as the last exams are finished, we're going to decorate the main hall at school with paper streamers and Chinese lanterns and things. Steve had this idea of projecting photos of everyone onto a wall, like a slideshow. And we've got Joe's brother, who's a professional DJ, coming along. Then there are 3 different bands lined up to play. Ours is the best because we've been together the longest. And we've got a great bass player. Although I say so myself. So, we're on last. It's going to be cool.
Every year there's a carnival in August in London. You've probably heard of it, the Notting Hill Carnival. So this year me and my friends are going again. We went last year and we had such a fantastic time. It's all Afro-Caribbean with people in amazing costumes and these brilliant steel bands. We don't go in costume, but we do dance a lot. It does get quite crowded, so you have to make sure you stick together. And you have to watch out for pickpockets when there are so many people in the same place. But it's really good fun. It's like London becomes a different country. Even the police dance sometimes.
Hi, Megan. How are you?
Not feeling too good, actually.
Oh, why's that?
Well, something terrible happened this morning.
What? Sorry, take your time. Tell me when you're ready.
Well, I was playing with Bonzo in the garden with the ball, and the ball went over the hedge into the road, and...
Yes?
And Bonzo jumped over the hedge after it, and he got hit by a car.
Oh, no! And is he...
Yes, we took him to the vet immediately, but there was nothing she could do.
Oh, poor Bonzo. And poor you. I know how much he meant to you.
We had him since he was a tiny puppy, and he was like one of the family.
I'm really sorry. At least he had a happy life.
His life was too short.
Well, yes. Okay. I'm sorry. That was a really insensitive thing to say. I'll come round and see you later, okay?
Mum,
Yes,
You know that economics exam I had last week?
the one you didn't revise for.
I did revise for it. I was working on it all weekend, don't you remember?
Oh, yes, I remember. Apart from going out until 4 in the morning, you mean?
Well, I have to relax a little, even if I'm revising. Anyway, I didn't pass it.
Oh, you failed it? But wasn't that an important one?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
I'm really sorry too. What does that mean?
Well, I'll probably have to retake the whole course.
Oh, Ryan, it's a really expensive course. I'm not sure we can afford for you to take it again. Things are difficult enough as it is.
I know, Mum, I'm sorry. I'll talk to the teacher again and see if I can retake it.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, how's it going?
Did you have a good day at work?
Same as usual, really. What about you? Good day at school?
Yeah, pretty good. Except for one little thing.
Why do I have a sinking feeling in my stomach?
Do you remember you lent me your phone?
Yes.
Well, I was standing just outside school texting Jack, and somebody ran past and grabbed it.
You let someone steal my phone?
I didn't let them.
No, I suppose not. But did you know that that might happen? Is that a dangerous spot?
Well, I had heard of that happening, but I'd forgotten. Anyway, I didn't think it would happen to me.
No, okay. Did you see who it was?
No, it was someone in a blue tracksuit. And there are loads of people who wear those. But there's a CCTV camera on the entrance. It might have got a shot of the thief's face.
You reported it then?
Well, not yet, but I will tomorrow.
All right. Don't forget to report it tomorrow. I'll have a look at the insurance and see if it's covered.
My favourite thing? Does my cat count as a thing? She's not really a thing, but anyway, she's a really beautiful little cat. I've had her since she was 4 months old. You know how some cats are really independent and hardly talk to you? I know cats don't really talk, but you know what I mean. Well, she's not like that at all. She's really affectionate and comes up to me as soon as I get home, purring away like mad. She makes a lot of noise for a tiny thing. She loves being stroked and comes and curls up next to me when I'm on the sofa. She's great company.
My favorite thing has to be my new tablet. It's really light and quite small, so I take it with me everywhere. I'm always writing messages to friends, and it's big enough to do college work on it too. It takes really good photos, and I play games and listen to music on it as well, of course. I often download films onto it and watch them in bed. My mom says I'm addicted because I'm always on it. I even read things on it at breakfast time. I'm not allowed to at dinner time, though. I have to be polite and talk to people then. Welcome back to real life, my mom says.
My new scooter. It's quite small, but fun, and just what I needed for getting around the city. I used to have quite a long walk to the metro, then a longish walk at the other end to get to college, but now I can just whiz there on my scooter, and there's no problem parking. There's always space for it. You have to be careful with the cars and lorries. They don't always see you, and when it rains, the surface of the road is terrible. It gets really slippery. But in general, it's perfect for me, and I can fit a friend on the back too. I've got an extra helmet for a friend. It's great. Riding along makes me feel so free.
This may sound a bit old-fashioned, but my sewing machine is my favourite thing. I'm studying fashion and love making things, as well as designing them. I also really love clothes myself and often buy second-hand clothes. Everyone loves the vintage look at the moment. And then I adapt them to my size. It's much easier using a machine to do that than doing it by hand. I do alterations for my mum and my sister too. If I don't make it as a designer, I suppose I can always set up my own alterations and customising business. Customising clothes by taking things off and adding things on is actually very creative, so I wouldn't mind that.
My set of Japanese knives. That sounds a bit sinister, doesn't it? But I'm not a murderer or anything. They're chef's knives, and the best ones come from Japan. Cooking is my new hobby. I got into it when I started watching MasterChef on TV. Then I went to an evening class for beginners and I haven't looked back since. I try and have dinner for between 4 and 8 friends every 2 or 3 weeks. That gives me something to work towards, and I always do new dishes so they can try them out and give me feedback. It's quite an expensive hobby if you use good ingredients, but now my friends help towards the cost. They still get a good meal for a very low price.